I can't tell you how many times I have a beautiful shot and someone asks for it in an all too different dimension. We're going to take a look at Photoshop's content-aware scale, which is not new. It's been there since CS4. In this image, I have two layers prepared for you. On the first, I'm going to go the old-fashioned way, Edit, Free Transform, and try to scale this up. As I scale to fill the image area to reach my desired width and height, you'll see there in the lower right corner, new to PhotoshopCS6, these rich cursors that are reporting the width and height. I did hit 10 by 8, which is what I need. But when I double-click on the inside or press Return or Enter to accept the scale, I can see I've quite distorted the image. The people, everything is stretched because I didn't hold down the Shift key. If I click on the layer above and click the eye icon to the left, you'll see the original shot. And you can also see more of the distortion, especially on this couple walking through. Let's try instead Edit Content Aware Scale. Again, I'm going to use no keys, but as I grab the lower right corner and stretch it to my desired 10 by 8, when I press Return or Enter or double-click on the inside to complete the scale, you could see it kept most everything in proportion. If I click the eye icon next to the Content Aware layer, Free Transform, very stretchy, not ideal, Content Aware Scale, it basically made up more sky and kept all of the original proportions of the image. Now there is an advanced setting for this tool. If I look at this windmill shot and I zoom out with Command minus or Control minus and try Edit, Free Transform, I could hold down Shift to scale that up, but with a windmill I've lost all the gorgeous flowers, and how can you have a windmill without tulips? So here I'm compromising the composition of the image. So I'll hit Escape to cancel. Now if I try Edit Free Transform and I don't hold down the Shift key and fill my desired 8 by 10 inch area and double-click on the inside or press Return or Enter to complete the scale, I can see that the windmill got wider. If I zoom in a little bit with Command plus or Control plus, the people in the shot also got wider. So let's take a look at the more advanced way to do this. I'll click once on the Windmill Content Aware layer. I'll click the eye to turn it on. And the first time I do this, it may not be ideal. I'll hit Command minus or Control minus to zoom down. And for now, I'll click the eye to hide the Free Transform layer so it's not distracting. So if I try Edit Content Aware Scale, and with no keys, stretch this to 8 by 10. When I press Return or Enter, you could see it didn't do such a great job on the windmill, this portion itself. And in fact, I got some weirdness here along the actual shape. So I'm going to undo that and show you a unique feature within this tool. Behind the Layers panel is the Channels panel. And if I click on Channels, you'll see that I've saved a mill channel. By going to Select and saving selection after selecting the windmill, you could tell Photoshop to make the largest attempt to keep this object in proportion because it's the most important to the photo. So I'll click back on RGB to see the color version of my image. I'll click back on Layers so I can see I'm on the Windmill Content Aware layer. And I'll choose Edit Content Aware Scale. But before dragging this, you'll notice I have a protection option in the options bar. So where it says Protect None, I'll say Protect the mill channel that I saved for you in this document. So when I select Mill, I don't need any keys, and as I stretch, Photoshop will clone new portions of the rest of the image, but make its biggest attempt to keep that windmill in proportion. I'll press Return or Enter to accept it, I'll turn on the layer underneath by hitting the eye icon, and then on the top layer, I'll click the eye icon to hide or show to see the difference in the two shots. So this takes some work and some practice and some experience with it, and I may need to go farther to keep those tulips in proportion, but it is a phenomenal feature, and you can keep the original composition and look and feel of an image while still trying to force it in a new dimension someone is asking for. So go out and try the content-aware scale on some images of your own.